The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Tensai Gabriel, your host for this hour's news. First, the DRC. The Democratic Republic of Congo refuses to be a mere supplier of raw materials, preferring to offer sustainable and equitable climate solutions, President Felix Tshisekedi said on Monday at the launch of the first edition of National Climate Week in the capital, Kinshasa. On this occasion, President Tshisekedi called on donors and world leaders to come and invest in the Congolese rainforest. I make a passionate appeal to the international community and donors, the private sector, and responsible investors. Come and invest in the Congolese rainforest, in our own energies, and in our ecological innovation, he said. For the president of the DRC, every dollar invested in the Democratic Republic of Congo is not an expense, it is life insurance for the planet. This appeal by the Congolese head of state was made in anticipation of COP30, which will be held at the end of 2025 in Belém, Brazil, and which is shaping up to be a turning point in the global fight against climate change. South Africa is taking significant steps to equip its young population with essential skills in AI, robotics and coding, aiming to bolster the country's future economic resilience. Mimi Gondwe, PhD Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training, emphasized that the nation is focused on developing a workforce proficient in emerging technologies aligned with global advancements. She underlined that fostering these future-oriented skills among youth is critical to meeting the evolving demands of the global job market and driving innovation within Africa. As far as bridging education and industry, Dr. Gondwe explained that strong partnerships between government, private companies, and educational institutions are vital.
The world is changing, and technology is, progressing at a very rapid pace. And so we need to see more young people taking up those, future skills, so that they have skills that are needed and demanded by the economy and by the future of their respective countries. Microsoft South Africa, that I'm excited about, that will see Microsoft, being able to capacitate our young people to be able to, to meet the demands of the skills of the future, such as your robotics, your coding, your AI, your automation. So partnerships such as those are really crucial for ensuring that our young people are skilled with the necessary skills.
She also spoke of promoting competitiveness and innovation, adding that digital skills development is key to increasing Africa's competitiveness on the global stage.
These partnerships really bridge the gap between the world of the classroom and the world of work. What we've also done, I think, with our sector education and training authorities, is that there's also a move to ensuring that we have a lot more young people that are skilled in your future skills, and we can meet the demands of the future in that sense.
By investing in these areas, African countries can foster local innovation, create new economic opportunities, and adapt more effectively to rapid technology changes shaping the future of work. This strategic focus underscores the importance of digital literacy and advanced skills as essential drivers for suitable growth across the continent. The 2025 General Assembly of the China-Africa Agricultural Science and Technology Innovation Alliance kicked off on Monday in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia's capital, with a focus on cooperation for Africa's food security and agricultural modernization. Jiang Feng, head of the Chinese mission to the African Union, said China stands ready to share its experience in agricultural development and rural poverty reduction with African countries to achieve common development. He highlighted that the current agricultural technology revolution driven by biotechnology, digital technology, and intelligent equipment, offers new opportunities for China and Africa to improve agricultural productivity and strengthen their response to global challenges. Bayan Kimbona, AU Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation, said China and Africa can jointly develop climate-resilient crops, sustainable soil and water management systems, early warning tools of pests and extreme weather, and a digital platform that empowers smallholder farmers across the continent. Gaspard Bayan Kimbona, AU Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation, said China and Africa can jointly develop climate-resilient crops, sustainable soil and water management systems, early warning tools of pests and extreme weather, and a digital platform that empowers smallholder farmers across the continent. The China-Africa Alliance provides the ideal vehicle to mobilize collective force to promote joint research in climate-smart agriculture, animal and plant health, agroecology, and food safety, technology transfer and localization, capacity development through scholarship and innovation ecosystems, Bayan Kimbona emphasized. Vietnamese Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Lênh Anh Tuan, and Secretary General of the Algerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Lons Magramin, co-chaired the fourth political consultation between the two countries in Hanoi on Monday. During the consultation, the two sides briefed each other on the situation in their respective countries, reviewed bilateral cooperation over the recent past, and discussed concrete measures to further enhance the traditional friendship and cooperation between Vietnam and Algeria. They also exchanged views on regional and international issues of mutual concern. Tuan and Magramin agreed to strengthen coordination between the two foreign ministries, including in promoting high-level mutual visits, thereby laying a solid political foundation for elevating bilateral ties to a new level that matches the country's roles, standing, and potential. Both sides agreed that economic, trade, and investment cooperation should remain a key pillar of bilateral relations, with the aim of increasing two-way trade to $1 billion in the near future. The African Development Bank Group concluded a mission to review the East African Regional Integration Strategy paper and assess the 2025 regional portfolio. Led by Boubacara Sankara, the delegation met stakeholders including the African Union, the UNECA, EAC, IGAD, Eastern African Power Pool, and business councils. Key discussions highlighted slow structural transformation as the region's main challenge, impeding trade, jobs, growth, and poverty reduction. The RISP aligns with AFDB strategy, national plans, and AU Agenda 2063, focusing on regional infrastructure, energy, transport, ICT, and value chains. Achievements include the Tanzanian-Burundi DRC Standard Gauge Railway, Burundi-Rwanda Project, and Comoros Maritime Corridor, plus technical assistance. The mission identified lessons, priorities, and improvements for the strategy's remainder with input from the AFDB experts and independent evaluation team.
They shaped history. They inspired generations. They are the notables. Join us as we honor Africa's greatest minds and trailblazers, the notables, celebrating Africa's icons.
The International Monetary Fund held productive talks with Malawi's new government during its annual meetings with Washington this month, an IMF spokesperson said on Monday, as the Southern African country looks to secure a new lending program. We look forward to continuing discussions on the authorities' plans to restore macroeconomic stability and how the IMF can best support their reform efforts, the spokesperson told Reuters. President Peter Mutharika took office early this month. Finally, the head of the World Trade Organization on Tuesday called for reforms of the 30-year-old institution, highlighting its consensus rule that requires unanimous agreement among members to secure global trade deals. We need to reform the system. We cannot be complacent, WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala told the Future Investment Initiative conference in Riyadh. We need to reform some of the ways we do businesses, like our consensus decision-making system, which is practiced as unanimity. Everyone has to agree. So it really slows down the decision-making, she said. That's all for this hour. Goodbye.